Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they're thinking about Department of Justice, how they take guns away from transgender people, which that's a mental illness. And I'm like, I see? Look, this is where I think they're going with this. They're going to make the left come out and fight for gun rights, which is brilliant, right? So think about this. They're going to make them come out and fight for gun rights for transgender people. And at the same time, they're going to be frustrated. And because if they go along with it and say, yeah, guns, let's take them away, then they're saying to themselves, well, these people are mentally ill, so they're not going to do that. But on the other side, what happens when the left goes, you know what, people who are neurodivergent, right? Like it's, or this, that, and so people have ADHD, if you've ever been treated for that, they'll come up with anything that they can grab to try to snatch that away. All politics, here it is. All politics, no solutions. Because what's the old saying? There's no money in the cure, baby. No. There's money in the disease. I could give you a shot to save your life, or I could put you on a round of medicine for the rest of your life at $2,500 a month. That's of which you pay only $3 as a copay, and your insurance picks up the rest. And then we steal a whole bunch from the government, and they're fine with that. And then they tell everybody, this is not the way things should be. And a lot of you, it's interesting. Everybody's showing, the vaccine, because that's the big debate with RFK Jr. And I would have shown up just in a tie. That's it. No shirt. Maybe a coat. And just sat down. Super tan. He looks super tan, by the way, when you look at him compared to everybody else there. They all look old and frail. Liawath is yelling at him. Guys, don't you understand? You promised us that we can all get vaccines. And he's like, you can't. You can't. And just back and forth. He's like, you took $50 gazillion from Pfizer. And it's hilarious. But
I think she's second only to Bernie Sanders in terms of money taken from pharma.
Yeah, might be. Bernie loves himself some pharma. He wants socialized medicine, but he loves big pharma. You know what? Nobody's. Oh yeah, is RFK wearing jeans? I don't know. I've only seen him in his coat. Is he wearing? That's cool. He's wearing jeans. I like that. Good for you.
At the Senate hearing?
Yeah, I would find that. But the whole the COVID vaccine. This is all about who's paying for it. That's it. This is all about who's paying for it. This is nothing to do. It's effective. It's going to turn you purple. Your arms are going to fall off. Laser beams are going to come out of your eye. Whatever baloney. You know what? It used to bum me out when they always talk about, this is what's going to happen to you, side effects. It's never a good side effect, is it? It's never, hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you, one of the side effects is you're going to become the most handsome man in the world. You're like, what?
I'll take 3.
Yeah.
I'd take
I'd get a booster.
If I can shoot laser beams out of my eyes, I'm taking it.
Nobody ever talks about hey, there is a chance you're going to become Magneto. You're like, get out of town. You may be invisible. No. It's always there's a chance you could explode. So, and I've never, and even on my show for years, I never talked about we spaced out the kids' vaccines because I didn't think you needed 400 vaccines. And, the kids now, they come at you. They don't. But you know what I mean? Yeah, I just think you could space them out. I think that's part of it. And the issue is, like anything, it's how you approach it. And remember, these hearings have little to do with RFK Jr.'s answers. He could have not been there. It's all about the people asking the questions. Right? Because where else are you going to get a fun exchange like this?
We'll be able to get it from their pharmacy
for free. The question is, everyone who wants it, that was your promise.
I know I didn't. I never promised that I was going to recommend products with which there is no indication.
When you said...
And I know you've taken $855,000 from pharmaceutical companies, Senator.
Did you hold up a big sign saying that you were lying? when you said that because you are the one who said you would not take them away. Now, Senator
I'm not taking them away from anybody.
Secretary,
You want me to indicate a product for which there is no clinical data?
Senator,
is that what you want?
Secretary Kennedy, you said you wouldn't, and now you did.
Somebody just said, well, Keith said, there's no bonus for me being the most handsome man in the world. I'm already the most handsome man in the world. Well, it'll turn you ugly but taller, Keith. That way you don't have to fight off the ladies. But that is nothing there that got anything done. Vaccine policy, turmoil, It's so kabuki theater. It is so kabuki theater. Somebody said, one of the side effects, Ozempic. Yeah, the diabetes drug turned out to be the weight loss drug. And how we got the little blue pill, you guys know how we got the little blue pill, right? It was a high blood pressure. And nobody's blood pressure ever went down. But the doctors during the clinical trials couldn't understand why the people kept asking for these pills. And they were like, hey, it's now. And they're like, what? And then they changed course. So there was a side effect. I still like laser beam eyes.
I want X-ray vision and the ability to be invisible.
Okay, now I'm going to throw this out to you. We all know why guys want... women never ask to be invisible.
No,
just guys, because we're perverts and we're honest about it.
No, that's not why I want to be it.
Stop lying.
It's not.
Stop lying.
I want to be able to go through a buffet and eat whatever I want and never pay. However, I will leave a tip.
You do realize...
The plate's not going to be
there
invisible.
There you go, Belle. The food's not invisible. Somebody's going to be like, oh, my God, our place is... Sizzler's haunted.
People are going to run out of there, and I'll have the place to myself.
What are you going to do with the X-ray eyes?
Well, that is a good question. Let me get back to you on that. Because some things I don't want to see.
Yeah, see? There's the problem right there.
I need to be able to turn it off and on.
And I remember it was at the X-Men, that dude with the laser beam eyes, he always had to wear glasses.
Cyclops.
Yeah, Cyclops. He always had to be...
couldn't control the blast.
Yeah, Corey Hart. He was wearing his sunglasses at night.
His name was Scott Summers.
Yeah. That was Corey Hart's a singer. He wears his sunglasses at night and all the time. But it's never anything awesome, is it? Like with the side effects. It's always like you're nauseous. And it's always, they have to read 9,000 things. You may breathe. You may not breathe. You may have a headache. You may get cold. You may get wet. You may take a shower. You may not take a shower. You may poop. You may never poop. You may explode. You may have explosive diarrhea.
I love how they always say, if you're allergic to this, don't take it. Well, how do I know I'm allergic to it unless I take it?
Well, we're going to find out. Oh, my goodness me. So that was the fun today in the magic world of, yes, kids, vaccines. Now you know. The more you know. Thomas Massey not giving up the goat.
I think there are some very rich donors to the Republican Party and some, ironically, to the Democratic Party as well, who are going to be on that list. Maybe not indictable offenses, but very embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, so this all stems from the Epstein stuff. It was bad yesterday. Trump didn't handle it well. I think most people recognize that. Even people who are big supporters. I mean, Robbie Starbuck came out and said, this is the way I would have phrased it. Several other people have come out and said, you can't tell people that what happened to them was a hoax. And it didn't sit well, right? That did not sit well. And the looking like you're protecting people. And I've said it over and over again. I do not for a second believe that Trump was involved in any way, shape, or form. Doesn't mean I don't think that maybe he knew or didn't know some stuff was going on that was shady, that maybe his friends had gotten into some stuff as well. But the guy that is, I think is Sky, somebody, he's the attorney for most of the ladies. He said 10 years ago, Trump was the only one who talked to me, and he talked to me on several occasions. It even said yesterday he was the only one that talked. That was 2009. Trump became a politician, and friends became donors, became people that got into the swamp long before Trump was there, which changes everything. I don't think Thomas Massey, by the way, is a threat to the administration. I don't. I think we should have the truth. And it's not just about whether or not, some people texted me and tweeted at me yesterday, oh, it's baloney, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. It does matter to these women. It does matter that people that were powerful, who are still alive, I'm assuming, were doing horrible things. They didn't try it once and say, oh, I tried the nectar and got away. No, they didn't. They didn't. And think about how when we hear about horrible situations that, the R. Kellys of the world and the Cosbys, think about that for a second. And you're like, oh. And the other thing yesterday, and I had talked about this earlier today, I sat in with the chicks on the right. I said, one of the things is you're watching these women talk about what happened to them. But that happened to them as children. And so that's a different story because you're not picturing them as children. You're seeing women. And some people here, even yesterday, some people said, well, I didn't get to take a trip to Africa with the president, as if that's okay because, well, you got a free trip and you're 15, so you got to sleep with a dirty old man. No, it just wasn't handled the way it should have been. It wasn't. And I'm sure Susie Wiles has gotten to him and said, look, you can't say hoax because you've got to have the empathy for these women and you got to understand what they're going through and the fact that they've been silenced for so long and the powerful men controlled much of what they did. And I heard even somebody today said to me, some of these women got paid out. I'm like, yeah, so what? They should have for all the hell they went through. But you don't say that about a person that was molested by the clergy, right? We don't say that. We don't say that about the Boy Scout people, and we're going to leave it there because we got in trouble last time talking about the Boy Scouts. Bill. We don't try to preface it. Why? Because Trump's involved. And even though he's not involved, it's within the sphere, and because of that, it becomes a story that becomes political when it shouldn't be. It's right, it's wrong. That's where this situation should be. And if he's covering up for a lot of people, then yeah, we should know that. If he's covering up for other governments or even our government, we should know that. We should. But you can't downplay it. And I think that's the way it made it seem is I know you want to talk about other stuff. We get it. But the reality is they're out there and they feel like they're not being heard and you're saying hoax. And that's, that's frustrating. And if you've got kids, man, imagine if something happened to your kid and they're like, well, it was just a hoax and we're moving on. No, there was more to that. And there's ways you handle things and you come at it in a different way. And it's like a lot of times I always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, how you phrase it. So, but it isn't going anywhere. Massey's not giving it up. And I don't think he's some sort of traitor to the whatever did you see what they said? What they say?
No.
I think they sent out something saying that, it not only is it a hoax and it's a dem, this, that, and the other, but anybody, and they use Thomas Massey's name, he'll be seen like as an attack against the administration or an enemy of the administration. It's like, come on. For trying to find out the truth, that shouldn't be that way. No, you shouldn't be.
Come on, man. He fails the purity test.
Yeah, I don't think he passed a lot of purity. Doesn't he have a castle that he built himself? Some weird thing like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a bit of an odd bird. That's why I like him.
I would definitely build myself a castle if I could.
Have you seen the houses that they have now that are like Legos?
No.
They're giant, huge Legos that are fully insulated, and they send them to you, and you put them together, and they're numbered. And you can build different kinds. It's so cool.
So basically, you can have your 8-year-old build you a house.
You could be. Well, I don't know. My 7-year-old doesn't follow directions well. It's going to be really weird. It's going to look kind of like a pirate ship with a wheel.
She doesn't follow your directions.
Or any directions. But, that would be so cool to have a Lego house. What were the other things? There was Legos and there was Big Blocks. Is that what they were called?
Yeah, Big Blocks.
Yeah, those were not the same thing.
I'd put a moat around my castle, but there wouldn't be any turtles in it.
No, because you'd shoot them.
Just a bunch of crappie, catfish, big fat bluegill, and bass. No turtles, though.
No turtles. But you know what? I'd come over at night along with Belle, and we put a bunch of turtles in there just to piss you off.
Yes.
Just to piss you off. You come outside like, Jack nabbit.
Those
They're
dastardly
going to the wife, and you're
turtles.
like, I shot all the damn turtles, and they still keep coming back.
They're reproducing like rabbits. All right, coming up, talk a little about jobs, a bunch of other good stuff on the way, too. We're going to make you laugh because you know what, kids? That's what we do. What the hell is job hugging? Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. People are like, we know what Ken wants the x-ray eyes for. I know we all do. We could pretend, right? But he sees her walking by. Well. Hello there.
Then his wife uses her super strength to beat his ass.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Whatever it can. Yeah, because, well, you'd have to turn invisible. Now I see you want the invisibility.
Exactly.
It's a two-pronger. She's like, where are you, Ken? Then she's going to get a hose or flour and throw it in the room to find out where you are. See,
gotta figure out a way around that.
Yeah, you better figure out. You should do the fast, like the speedy guy.
Yeah, flash.
Flash. That's what you want, man.
Yeah.
That's where the real fun is.
Invisibility and flash speed.
Yeah, because you could still walk into the girls' locker rooms. And you know what you should do? I should just walk it like you walk into a Planet Fitness and just say, I identify as somebody who's invisible.
Well, I was getting ready to say, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't see me.
You can't. Yeah, I'm not here. I'm a figment of your imagination.
It's like in Mystery Men when the kid could turn invisible when nobody was looking.
Nobody's looking. Such a great show. That movie was so great. Should have been better. Should have been. Taking some of your text. No, Bell is not getting $1,500 facial for free because Bell's face is non-existent because he has no head. Good God.
Yeah, really. Come on, think it through.
A $1,500 facial?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's cool, dude. It's like it's a few treatments. It's not like you go there. It's like super, like your face looks great. You look like a different human.
Even invisible?
Maybe. Really. That would be crazy, right? How funny would that be? You woke up and they took out your appendix. Like, we have bad news. We got your appendix. We're good. We don't know where you are. Oh, my Lord. Massey could care less about those women. What he really wants is political weapons to selectively use on opponents. I don't think so.
It's not really his vibe.
No, that's not his vibe. I firmly believe there should be no statute of limitation on crimes against children. I agree. In
some states there isn't.
No, some states there isn't. And it also depends on the age, but some states there isn't any kind of crime versus a child like that. There is, you're going to pay the price. So civil is a different thing because in some states the crime's still there, but there is a finite time civilly that they can do things. But and somebody just said, ask the people who are saying statutory rape has no big deal how they feel if, some dad molested their daughters or anybody, by the way, non-political, political. It is about the victims. That they know they're never getting their day in court. They want their date in the court of public opinion. And you've got to be able, if you're Trump, to get ahead of this because this is a much different thing because of the way that the world is now with this speed of information, the fact that things get out in a way that it never did back in the day. If JFK happened today, you couldn't hide it the way they did. You couldn't. So getting this out is important and getting in front of it. But you also don't want to be seen as the person who says, I want to drain the swamp, and then you get in there and you pitch this dream and you look like you've now become part of the swamp because you're protecting people. So get in front of it or it's going to take over. And I know he's frustrated because he can't control it because it became part of the pop culture world. It became more than just the political sphere of which he operates. And that was always going to be a tough thing. Always was. All right. We're talking a little bit about jobs. Job numbers weren't great. I don't know if anybody got fired today. Did anybody get fired today? The job numbers?
My key worked.
Okay, that's good. Well,
we still got, what is it? That'd be 2.5 hours.
Hour and a half.
So
You're not good at this, are you? Math?
Yeah. We got an hour and a half till closing?
for the show.
No, I'm talking about till we close. Well, then we'll be safe for another day because nobody's going to bother.
Okay, you're going all the way till the office closes.
Right.
Okay. There you go. There's Bell. He doesn't realize that our show only goes till 3, but you know what? That's why we love Bell. We're going to get him math. We hope one of the shots gives you math powers.
It will never happen.
How horrible and yet weird and cool would that be if you got a side effect is you're brilliant at math. And you're like, math is stupid. But then you realize all the cool things you can do with math.
Yeah.
Like count cards. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Beautiful people, the beautiful people. Whatever happened to that guy?
He's on tour right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because after all the, the things, he got canceled forever, right?
No, you can't cancel him. He doesn't care.
Well, yeah, but the problem is it's being able to tour when nobody will allow you to play there. They don't want anything, because
he's not having any problems getting bookings.
Yeah, because it was was he accused? No, that was the other guy that was accused of eating people, but he didn't.
No, he was accused of sexual assault.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Eventually just went away.
The eating people sounds like something he'd do, but not really.
Something he would want you to think he does.
Yeah, but really, he's on the Wonder Years. Remember that wacky thing? Everybody thought he was on the Wonder Years? Right?
We're talking about Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
I thought he was on the Wonder Years?
Yeah, there was always this urban legend that he was the kid with the glasses.
Yeah.
So, like the little Coke bottle glasses kid in the baseball movie. The
Sandlot?
Yeah. They always thought, oh, is that him? No. So, he's on tour again. Who was the guy that I said was Hammer? Army Hammer.
Yeah, Army Hammer.
Yeah, he was the one who was accused of
being a cannibal.
Well, because he told women that's what he fantasized about. He's like, I love you so much, I want to eat you. I want to eat your face. Really? Wait, what?
That's like that Blue Oyster Cult song, She's as Beautiful as a Foot.
Oh, yeah, that's a hot one. Do you remember the Italian band? God, what were they called? El Coco or whatever? They did the song, I Eat Cannibal.
I do remember.
It's incredible. You bring out the animal in me. I eat cannibal. The people are like, what the hell's wrong with these people? We're having fun, okay? Speaking of that, did you see the weird conversation that Xi and Putin had?
Yes.
Oh, about
they just recycle organs and get new organs so they can live forever? Well, that's creepy.
Yeah.
And supposedly they were talking about the morality of it.
Yeah. Which there is none, right? Like you're sending 7,000 people a week to their death.
Exactly.
I don't think you're worried about I don't know if this guy's close to dying. I don't know if I should take his kidneys. But you know what it does make me think? Do you remember about 6 months into the war when everybody thought he had cancer and he was dying? It makes you think, well, did he go get a new heart from somebody? Did he go do something from somebody? Because they made it sound like they're just offing people and taking whatever it is they want.
Well, in a lot of ways they are.
Yeah, they do. They totally do. They absolutely. Because China has no problems when it comes to the organ world. So if you have an organ and you can't get it here, you may want to head over to China.
Mail order from China.
You know who else? Iran has, because they allow you to sell your organs. So they have no problems with that. And they don't, everybody makes it seem like, because I have zero problems with that. If you want to sell a kidney and you want to get $100,000 and somebody's willing to pay you for that, or a portion of your liver, I have no problem with that. It's yours. Right?
I think I'd want to wait till I was dead to do that, but I would take the money now if you.
Well, the whole thing about a kidney, though, you've got two.
Right. It's the same situation with the liver, too. You don't need your whole liver.
No, the liver grows back.
Yeah.
So they only take a portion of it. So if you could do that and, I don't see a problem with it. That's my freedom right there.
It's your body.
It's your body. The new segment brought to you by the Donner Family Restaurant. If you're caught in a bind, eat your friend.
Salt packets are 25 cents extra.
By the way, speaking of the Donner Party and creepy stuff like that, it's getting to the Halloween season, and we'll do our big Halloween countdown. You guys will get the full effect this year. There's a new show coming out on Netflix. It is Monster the Ed Gein story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, that looks good.
Starring Charlie Hunnam. Is that his name? Hunnam?
I don't know.
He's a great actor. He was the Viking, the head dude in the Vikings movie.
Oh, okay.
That, by the way, Ed Gein, if you know nothing about Ed Gein, every killer horror movie guy outside of Jason is Ed Gein. Psycho, Ed Gein. Okay? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Ed Gein. Hello, Clarice, who didn't say that? Ed Gein.
He actually bears a little bit of a resemblance to Ed Gein.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, so creepy. So if they keep replacing their organs to live forever, they'll need to replace their skin. See, that's the thing. They made it sound like when they got new organs that they just get younger, like they're going backwards in time. Now, that could be lost in translation, but most of it seemed pretty much like they were stealing organs.
Now they're going to hire Leatherface to help them.
Leatherface. Rawr. I wonder if...
Oh, wait a minute. You said the name of the show is Monster?
Yeah, Monster, the Ed Gein.
This Variety's saying that he's joining season 4 as Lizzie Borden's father.
Yeah, because I think they're doing a whole bunch of killers and stuff.
So he's going to get whacked with an axe.
Yeah. For the Lizzie Borden. Yeah. Took an axe, gave her father 40 whacks. When she saw what she had done, gave her mother 41. So, yeah, he does look a lot like him in this. Ed was a wackadoo. Woo! Don't be Ed Gein.
Mommy issues.
So, you think?
A little bit.
Lots of them. Somebody said, I got banned from eBay for trying to auction off my own kidney. Well, if it's your own, right? Shouldn't you be allowed to? I mean, we can sell.
I was ready to say.
You can donate, if you will, the gift of life. You could donate your eggs. You can donate, and it's not donate, they pay. You can also do the same. Say it's a donation, and in return, I'm donating you my kidney. You're donating me a 0% loan to be paid back in one installment in 500,000 years.
That should work.
I mean, that's kind of skirting it, right? You know, if you're not being coerced into doing it, I just don't see the problem with it. I don't. I mean, you know, I just, it drives me crazy. And, you know, it's, no, and you don't have to pay for surgery.
Government knows what's best for you.
Yeah, well, they do, of course. Of course. They absolutely know what's best for you. The job numbers weren't very good. I'm still double checking. Yes, you can donate the thing of life. That's what I said. I didn't want to say it on the air. What's your plasma and blood?
Yeah, you can donate both those.
Yeah. So your hair.
Yep.
See, all things. I don't think you get money for your hair, though. I think that's a true donation.
I think I don't think Locks of Love pays. It's like if you have long hair and you want to get it cut short, because Locks of Love makes wigs for cancer patients.
Yes.
But I know there are organizations that will buy your hair from you, but I don't believe that Locks of Love, which is the mainstay of that industry, actually pays.
Okay, so there you go. So the hair, not getting any money for it. Toenails, no. But blood, sperm, all of that stuff, I said it. There you go. Stop giggling. The job numbers, they kind of sucked. I expected a little bit of this. We're going to have a pullback. I would be a little worried August, September because this is the time people are getting geared up for the holidays. Also, the tariffs haven't helped on again, off again. It was always going to be a little bit chaotic. Everybody knows that. And so when I saw this today, I thought, that's kind of what I expected. I mean, they didn't expect 200,000. They didn't. And they'll revise it, may go up a little bit, may go down a little bit. It was down more than they thought it was going to be. But some of that is the effect of AI, which is, hey, we got 12 people here. AI can do 9 people's job. We just need, 3 people to babysit it. It's faster. It's more efficient. You're saving money. So it wasn't that your business, and that's what I always say, look at the business side of stuff. Now, it sucks that you're losing gigs. Don't get me wrong. We all expect, that would suck. But that is part of this thing, is the business itself may be doing fine. It's just it's moving in a direction that's going to be a little bit more efficient with less humans. Now, if we don't get the stuff sorted out with the tariffs, which and whatever happens, right? But it's got to be sorted out soon because the on again, off again, start, stop, that is causing people to delay buying or doing lots of stuff because they don't know what's going to happen. And now, we might have to pay back a whole bunch of money. The government might have to do that. That has to be settled sooner rather than later. But I don't know when, how fast they're going to hear it now that it's been appealed up. And I don't think that, when you think about it, that was really supposed to be Congress's gig. But we all know what? Congress is kind of useless. So them trying to pass something or do something, they can't even vote if the sky is up or down. They would, Trump says it's up, it's got to be down. So we'll see what happens. But the consumer confidence, those things are the things that matter. And how do you feel about your job? Let me know. You guys can text the program. Bell, tell everybody they text the program.
615-737-9986.
A lot of people are very excited about both the Ed Gein story and selling your organs, which is a fascinating thing. Honestly, it is a fascinating thing, selling your organs. I don't know if I would, there's a price, right? Somebody comes up to me and says, I want one of your kidneys because they know I don't smoke or drink, and they're going to give me $250,000. That's a hard thing to turn down. So I pee a little bit more. I'll get over it. Right? Just wouldn't it be? Everybody's got a price. You wouldn't?
No way, man.
Not for $250,000?
Yeah, they wouldn't want mine anyway.
Yeah, there's I might need that one.
I'm not a teetotaler.
I was going to ask you for yours. Oh, we should be allowed, though, to sell our organs. Let us know what you think. And let me know if you're worried about the jobs. That's and the economy. A lot of you are. Some of you aren't. And what I've noticed is some of you aren't either in retirement or close to it. You own your house. You have very little bills. You've got a pension. You're okay. The people that are in their 30s, 40s, and 50s who are in the midst of still trying to get to that place, they're worried. Not all of them, but a lot more than most. And the holiday season, are we going to spend? Are we not? And the thing about the tariffs, why it matters is because so much stuff is brought in from China. The toys that Santa produces, right, has to go through China. And that's a big whammy that could upset the apple cart in some of these things. That's why there's a bit of nerves there when it comes to the economy. But I would give it a month or so when it comes to before everybody freaks out about the jobs just yet. Because some people will. Hit me up. Most of you guys want to just basically sell your body parts. You're up for that. All right, that's going to be our thing. Should you be allowed to sell your organs? Should you be allowed to? We're talking about vaccines. I wish somebody up there would have said this. Hey, I'm from Big Oregon. Hey, RFK Jr., I want to be able to sell my kidney. Should I be able to? I wonder what he would say. Let us know if you would sell your kidney. What's the price for kidney? Ken said no. Bell, somebody offers you $250,000.
Do I have to donate it immediately or is it after I die?
No, you have to donate it now.
I don't know. I'd have to think on that one. What if somebody offered you $1 million for your body after death, but you were only allowed to eat certain things and you had to maintain your health in a certain way?
No way.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to fail at that.
Okay.
Can I eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with vanilla ice cream? No. Well, then no. You have to eat kale. That's not happening then, sir. I'll make my money the old-fashioned way.
Steal it.
There you go. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 987. Somebody texted in and said, my kidney, I do it for $250,000, but all sales are final.
And you don't get to check it for wear and tear in advance.
There was a movie.
Or stones.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Hey, dude, you're going to feel better, but every once in a while.
Yeah, it's going to be as is.
Yes. There was a movie came out probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago. It starred Jude Law and, God, I'm trying to think what his name was. I think it was called Repo Men, and it's the future. And these guys go and repo organs for people who can't sell because there's like a beep, like a thing in there, like a tag, and they can't pay their bills. They're hired, and they go and repo your organ.
There was an X-Files episode about that, too.
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of you were saying you would do it. I would just, and it goes back to this. It's your body, right? It was always here. It's your body. It's your body. Well, we don't want people being taken advantage of. Yeah, but if you have a chance to get your family out of poverty and somebody's offering it, it's not like everybody's not running down to the poor part of the town and just rounding people up and stealing their organs. Trust me, they've already thought of that, and they're like, I don't think we can get away with this one.
12.
So,
go ahead.
If you have a chance to, to pull yourself out to pay off all your debt, it's something you think about.
1241 texted in and said, I'm 52 and had one kidney my whole life. My suggestion is don't donate a kidney.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't. What would you charge for that one kidney, though? And this is all because Forrest Whitaker, who was the other star of the movie, Repo Man, was great. And this is all because, and up until they can grow these things in a lab. Because that's coming very soon. I mean, we got dire wolves, for God's sakes.
We're going to have 2 of them in the White House.
Trump's going to be like, I want 4 kidneys. How many does she have? I want 4.
2690 says, I always wondered about financing breast implants. Can they repo them?
Oh. Yeah, what if you're a dude and how many times you heard those lawsuits where you're a guy and you pay for her to get some new knockers, if you will, the new rack? And you would like that rack back. Repo in the rack. It's like Chico and the Man. It's Repo in the rack. I will not be entertaining any tire kickers, said Jason. How's your kidney there? I'm just looking around. Just checking it out. But they're going to start growing bodies, which is going to be weird when they figure out a way to grow bodies that have no brain, just function as basically something to harvest. Ooh, that's weird.
Well, haven't they recently made strides with pigs' hearts?
Yes. Yeah, they've done that. And kidneys, right?
Yes.
And the ears, right? Haven't they done that? They've sewn, taken portions of people's DNA and stuff and sewn it onto kidneys and regrown pigs and grown ears for people.
Oh, they've done that with mice, too.
Yeah. I don't want a mice. How weird is that? Why do you have a mouse on your ear? I don't know. Bell suggested it. Stupid. Hour number 3 of the program, straight ahead. Chad Benson Show.